I say daily, that means Christmas. Pete, welcome. Pete is my guest today on the Danny Miner Daily, and it's Christmas. And Pete is so dedicated. He came out because our podcast, The Minor Details, that's my other channel on here, and Pete's the co-host. We have a big guest and a big show coming up that we want to talk about. Thank you, Pete, for coming out on Christmas.
Hey, absolutely. Thank you, Danny. Thanks for having me. It's an honor to be here. Thank you to all our listeners out there, everyone who's listened to the Minor Details podcast. We've been going strong since January 2025. So almost a full year now. We've been reporting on the latest true crime, entertainment, news, paranormal, and more. Since we brought on Angela at A Dose of Angela, the show's gotten even crazier. So you're not going to want to miss an episode. I promise you never know what to expect. But it's an honor to be here on the Danny Miner Daily Show. This is my favorite show every day, Danny. I don't know if you know, but I'm watching you, man.
And Pete, promote your show because people need to hear about success. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. So I will say, Danny, it's the less glamorous and the less sexy topic, and it's not as attention grabbing as what you talk about mostly. But I have a show called The Path to Success Show, and it's all about basically overcoming adversities, finding the life of your dream, discovering your passions, and living a better life. Because I'll tell you what, Danny, I'd say like 80% of the world, at least in America, probably 90% of America, is walking around sad and miserable. And they're like zombies, just staring at their phone, crossing the street, not even looking up. They have no social connection, and they're working jobs they hate. So that's a shame, Danny. So my show, Path to Success Show, is all about changing that, living a good life like Danny Miner.
Pete, and you know what? It's funny you said that because I was thinking that today. Like, since I've been on this success journey, and I've been on this success journey for about 7, 8 years, once I retired from being a cop. And
Right.
I could tell when people are doing stuff that is non-successful. Let's just put it that way. They're doing stuff that they complain every day. All they do is bitch and moan every day. And I see that, and that is so unsuccessful. If you do that, if you bitch and complain every day, you're never going to be successful. And Pete, I see it all the time. It's like, oh, why does this always have to happen to me? No, it happens to everybody, but the successful people just keep fucking going. That's the difference. That's the difference. Like, Pete, I do this show every day. There is thousands of things that would stop me from doing this show every day. But I'm committed because I want to be successful. But then thousand things that try to stop me from doing this show every day, an unsuccessful person will take that and say, I can't do the show today because of this. That's what success is. It's consistency. Bad things are going to fucking happen and you keep going forward. And Pete, one last thing. You know I'm big on TikTok. I'm making a ton of money on TikTok. The last 3, 4 months, Zippo, TikTok goes away. All of a sudden, this money I was bringing in is gone. Now I can sit and fucking cry, or I can find other avenues. And I did. Then I got monetized on Facebook, Instagram. I did that all because TikTok went blank. But you know what? I didn't quit TikTok. I kept going, going, going. And as you see, TikTok is back. I had a video go to 59,000 2 days ago. I had one at 29,000, 11,000 yesterday. So TikTok is back. But if I was not a successful person, Pete, that would have stopped me. I would have been it. I quit TikTok. Fuck. Everything's against me. I like everything. And that's what unsuccessful people do. Successful people say, yeah, this sucks, but there's a way out. This is the way I got to go now. And that's what successful people do.
You're right, brother. Hey, you're right. And you're living it, man. You're the evidence. And let me ask you one question pertaining to that, and then we'll go on to the next topic. Do you do the show every day, even when you don't feel like it?
Of course. Listen, Pete, I've been a content creator for 5 years. I have never, ever missed a day in 5 years of posting on social media. I have never missed a day where I didn't post more than 4 or plus videos, at least 4 every day. And if you look on my Instagram and Facebook now, I posted about 19 videos a day on there, at least because of the show and my content. You know what I mean? From the show, of
Yeah,
course. But
absolutely.
yeah,
Well,
and if I want to tell anybody out there that wants to be a content creator is, it's not easy. I'm going to be honest with you. It looks easy, but it's not. Because basically, and we just started on Rumble, so we don't have a big following on Rumble. And me and Pete just talked. when you start being a content creator, even if you're a big one on other platforms, when you come to the new one, no one knows you. So you got to talk to nobody for a while. And it's tough to talk to nobody, okay? But sooner or later, now there's one person. Now there's two people. Now there's three people. Now there's 5,000. Now there's 10,000. And that's how it works. You have to be comfortable of making zero money for 6 to 8 months and talking to yourself. And most people will quit and won't do it. It's the fact.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm glad that we're making progress, and I'm so honored to have this special announcement that we have today about the Minor Details podcast. Danny, I'm so excited, but I'm just going to tee it up for you and let you deliver it home. Tell everyone some special news right now.
Guys, if you know, I was a cop all these years, and you would think that true crime is what I do. And I do. I love doing true crime. I do. But my passion has always been the paranormal, UFOs. UFOs have intrigued me for years. I remember when I was a little kid and I watched this movie. I don't know if I was a little kid. I can't remember exactly when the movie came out, but I was probably in my 20s. A movie came out called Fire in the Sky. Okay. And I watched this movie, Pete, and I was so intrigued because it's a true story about Travis Walton. And what basically happened was he lived in Snowflake, Arizona. Okay. And they would log every day. They would go up to the mountains, they'd cut trees down. The one day they go up there with his three other buddies. They log for the day. They're coming back after a long day. They see a light in the woods. And this is a national case, Pete. National. They made a movie about this. There's probably 10 documentaries about this. They see a light and they're like, boy, that's weird. That light's brighten up the whole mountain and trees. They go see what the light is. When they pull up, there's a craft hovering. So they're all like, holy fuck! They see this craft hovering. Travis gets out of the thing to look at it and it zaps them and it knocks them back. Okay? They think Travis is dead, so they fucking leave him. Well, gone. I think there was four of them. There was five counting Travis. Gone. They take off in the truck. They get down the road. They're like, we have to go back. They're like, he's dead. They're like, we have to go back. They go back. He's gone. They go tell the police. The police think they murdered Travis. Could you imagine telling the police, well, a UFO came, zapped their buddy, and took him? Now, who
No,
the fuck is going to believe that?
especially then when it happened, because it was 50 years ago, right?
It was 50 years ago. Yeah, it was in the 70s. So think about even then in the 70s, okay? So they tell the cop, and it was like a local cop. And if you know that area, which I do, because I went up there to go to this area just to see where this all happened. So it's a local town. So when you have small town cops, they kind of know everybody. Do you know what I mean? So this cop kind of knew them. And if you watch the movie, it's like these guys are pretty decent guys. Like he tells the state police. You know what I mean? So long story short, they believe they murdered Travis. They gave them lie detector tests. All of them passed the lie detector test. They thought, oh, we're going to get these guys to confess that they murdered his buddy. The town thought they murdered this guy. Travis, I believe, was missing for 3 days, and he came back after 3 days. Now, listen, I know this is crazy, Pete. He said the UFO dropped him off at this telephone booth. He had no clothes on. He calls from this telephone booth, and they race there and get him. Pete, I went to the telephone booth. You know that, right? I was at that telephone booth. I had to go see this with my own eyes. This case has intrigued me since I've been a little boy. Well, little do we know, yesterday, I'm not going to mention his name yet. I'm going to keep this out there. But in 2 weeks, January 8th, 6 p.m. Pacific, live here on Rumble, the Minor Details channel, we will have one of the guys from inside that truck telling us exactly what happened. This is the biggest abduction story in the history of the world because he was abducted and four people witnessed the abduction. No one has ever witnessed a UFO abduction. We're going to have a guy that not only witnessed it, he's seen it and he thought his buddy was murdered. Pete, it's insane.
Mind blowing, Danny. Wow. All I can say is, wow, I'm so excited. I know the fans and the followers out there are going to be on the edge of their seats. You're going to want to listen. You're going to want to hear this story. I can't believe this is actually happening. So I'm pumped, buddy.
Pete, when I text you yesterday, right? And I'm going to tell everybody how this happened. I posted a video about Roswell. I know I do true crime, but Pete will tell you I'm crazy about UFOs too. So I posted this video about Roswell, and he made a comment about it. And he said, if you had time, I'll tell you the story. I said, I commented back. I said, why don't you believe this? And he commented back and he said, well, listen, I was the guy in the truck when Travis Walton was abducted. I'm like, what?
Wow.
I had no idea who I was talking to. And he's a member of our podcast group on Facebook. I was like, holy shit, I didn't know he was a member of our podcast group, right? So anyway, me and him became like instant friends. We're texting back and forth. I asked him to be on the podcast, and he's going to tell us exactly what happened. And that's what he said. Exactly what happened. I can't wait. Pete, I got chills. Because, Pete, you know me. I believe we've been lied to our whole life. I don't believe in the moon landing. I'm one of them crazy guys that I would say that's 100%. I would put $1 million that moon landing never happened. You're telling me President Nixon called from a fucking landline and called the moon. If you believe that, you're insane. You're fucking insane if you believe that. There's no way the moon landing happened. Oh, no way. I'm the guy that believes we've been lied to since birth. Not one thing we've been told to is true. Nothing.
Hey, I always said about the moon landing, I said, why can't we do it again? If we did it once in the late 60s, I've
Yes.
done it since I've been alive, ever.
Pete, did you ever see the craft that they landed with? What the fuck? That was like a fucking Coke can. They
Danny,
landed on the moon with a Coke can.
Danny, you know what's funny? I wasn't meaning to go here, but since you're bringing it up, I worked on the movie called First Man, directed by Oscar Award winner Damien Chazelle and starring Ryan Gosling. And we had a duplicate replica of the Neil Armstrong moon landing. That craft was like cardboard and aluminum foil. I swear to God. And it was a replica craft. It was a replica of the actual one. And you could touch it and that thing's going to fall apart. I mean, for Hollywood's sake, that was a little more flimsy. I'm exaggerating a little bit. It was there's no way a craft like that made it to the moon.
Pete, could you imagine you being an astronaut and they're telling you, yeah, you're going to go on this thing and we're going to blast you to the fucking moon, right? This fucking Coke can with aluminum foil over it.
All I could say is I want to see it happen. I want to watch a video of that happening right now in real life. Let's see that Coke can making it to the moon.
Dude, I'll tell you what, I'm so intrigued by all these conspiracy theories. Once I get my 2 channels going here on Rumble, I'm opening a 3rd channel just for conspiracies. Because
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I fucking love this shit. Because I'm telling you, we've been lied to, Pete. None of this shit's true. I'm telling you, none of it's true.
Yeah. Well, as we go on that channel, we can talk about there's some things now that are being taught publicly that when you and me were growing up, they were known as conspiracies or they were known as like lies or whatever. But yeah, we're slowly getting the truth revealed to us because like we're finding out, we're not stupid anymore.
Yeah. And Pete, I'm going to tell you, man, I was on TikTok last night. People are seeing these orbs everywhere. I want to see one so bad. I can't see shit. But I'm telling people every day. I see this. I see this. I see that. And I see it on every day. Please, UFO, show yourself to me. I want to see it.
So you're like that girl in Independence Day with the big sign that says "Abduct me." You want to get abducted so you can see him up close and personally.
Yes. And Pete, you know what? That reminds me of something. Do you remember the show 2012 when the world was ending, right?
Yes.
There is one scene in there. Remember, Woody Harrelson's in there. Woody Harrelson's crazy, right? Blah, blah, blah. But here's the scene. They're driving down the road, and people are like with signs, the end of the world, Jesus saves, this and that. And they say, you know what? We thought these people were crazy. They were right every fucking time. They were right the entire time. Like, we thought Woody was crazy, but he wasn't. The people holding signs, they were crazy, but they weren't. So do I think something's going on in this planet? I think yes. I think our skies are different. I think our skies look beautiful anymore. I never seen that. When I grew up in the 70s, 80s, my sky wasn't like gorgeous every fucking day. You come out here in Vegas, these skies look gorgeous like you're in fucking heaven every day.
Well,
I just think something weird's going on.
I will say that I grew up in Tennessee, and we did not have the gorgeous skies there either. Every once in a while, you see a gorgeous sky, but I think we're blessed to be here in Vegas because you're right, man. Here in Nevada,
Beautiful.
beautiful scenery, beautiful skies.
And guys, before we get on to our next thing, which is only going to be 2 minutes, but Vegas has been so warm in December. Oh my God, hasn't it, Pete?
Yeah, all day, short sleeve shirts today on Christmas.
I had shorts on. I had shorts on. I mean, it's perfect. Folks, you have no idea how beautiful the weather is in Vegas in the winter. It's great. That's when everybody hikes. They don't hike in the summer. They hike in the winter out here. But all
Yeah.
right, Pete, thanks for coming on. But I want to go over one last thing before we go over. We already talked 15 minutes. I told Pete it'd be 10 minutes. We're already on 15 minutes.
Okay. I'm in no worries.
All right. Did you hear about Nigeria? Trump bombed Nigeria today. And, Nicki Minaj got a lot of shit because, she went to Turning Point USA. She met with Erica Kirk. She was on stage at America Fest. And I'm so mad I didn't go. I should have went. But she got on stage with Erica Kirk at America Fest. People were all over. But what people don't understand, Nicki is supporting what Trump's doing in Nigeria. Christians are being massacred over there by ISIS. Massacred in dozens, thousands of Christians just massacred. And that's why Nicki Minaj is supporting Trump and Vance. She's supporting them because they're trying to stop this massacre that's going on in Nigeria. And Trump bombed the shit out of them today on Christmas Day. And he said more is coming.
Well, all I can say is that something definitely needed to be done, Danny. I saw some videos that were just heart wrenching. Honestly, made me, brought me to tears and just made me very emotional by seeing some of what was going on over there. And I had no idea. A lot of people in America still don't know, Danny. They're clueless about what's going on around the world.
Pete, and that's the thing. The liberals are getting so bad that no matter what Trump does, good or bad, it's horrible. But they don't understand. Women, children are being massacred because they believe in Jesus Christ. And that's why Nicki Minaj went there. If you hate Nicki Minaj because she doesn't want to see women and children being murdered because they love Jesus Christ, go fuck yourself. And like I said, I'm never going to be that Jesus guy that doesn't say go fuck yourself. But go fuck yourself. Okay? If you think it's okay to have Christians murdered, go fuck yourself. I said what I said.
Dan, I grew up in America, obviously born and raised here. So we always have had the ability to choose our religion, to have religious freedom. And I went to China for the first time in 2007, 2008. And I experienced being in a country where they don't have religious freedom because everywhere I was walking around, our tour guide was like, yeah, don't mention Jesus, don't mention God, don't mention religion, say absolutely nothing, or you can go to jail or get beheaded at worst. And I was like, what? That was 2007 and then 2008. So it's 2025, Danny, and we're still experiencing this type of horrible restriction in the world. And not only restriction, but obviously murder now, mass murder. It's insane. I can't believe we're here.
And Pete, I don't know if you know this. The reason is, and listen, I'm not going to pick on the Muslim religion because there's extremists in every religion. There's extreme Christians, okay? There's Christian groups that will go and protest a Marine's funeral because he was in the war. So there is Christian extremists too. And there's Muslims extremists. And what Muslims extremists believe, they believe if you're not with them, we fucking kill you. And that's what they believe. If you're not with them, they're going to murder you. They're not going to convince you to join Islam. They're going to cut your fucking head off. These are people that bury girls up to their neck and stone them to death. So how are we ever going to fix these people? We're not. These people will be doing that 1,000 years from now because they train their little kids to be like this. Everybody needs to die except Muslims. And that's what they teach them. I said what I said. I don't care. It's the truth.
Obviously, that teaching is only going to lead to a cyclical pattern that's never going to stop. Like you said, if they're teaching their young ones that's where we have to start. We have to start somehow fresh. Somehow we have to not have these children being taught that this is okay because they're growing into adults who are being adult extremists, but they're learning it at age 15, right? Age 12, age 11, 7, right?
They're shooting guns at that age, Pete. You know what I mean? They're shooting the AKs at that time.
Yeah.
Now,
So
anybody that's not Muslim's bad. If your sister answers you back, you could kill her. If your sister doesn't have a hat on, you fucking kill her. It's crazy. I mean, that's what this religion is. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. You know it. I'm not going to lie. They kill women. They fucking kill people that don't belong, that don't believe in their Muslim religion. It is what it is.
yeah.
And we've been dealing with it for hundreds of years. Our Vikings were fighting this, for fuck's sake. Same shit.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it's going on, whether people want to admit it's true or not, it's going on. Look at what's happening in UK also. UK, it's getting worse every day.
And Pete, that's the other thing. People that are on social media don't realize this. The Muslim population is so big in the UK, it's taken over the UK. So when I tell you they're going to be our enemy in 5 years, I know what I'm talking about. The UK is being taken over by a Muslim population. That's the fact, Pete. It's a fact.
Well, I know that here on the Danny Miner Daily Show and Miner Details, I know we can use our voices as strength. We can use our voices as weapons, our voices as shields and defense. We can't be on the front lines of every single battle, but I know, like you, Danny, I choose my battles wisely, and there are a lot of things that I stand for, and there are a ton of things I will not absolutely tolerate. And so, I'm going to be with you reporting live from these different locations as we're traveling in the world. Eventually, we just need to be very safe while we're doing it.
Pete, and like I said, that's always the goal here. Our goal is to travel. And honestly, this interview we're doing on Thursday, if he told me, hey, come to California, he lives in California now. If he'd have told me, come to California, interview me in my house, I would do it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I would do it because I want to get the interview. I want to get the word out, And listen, when we're doing the stuff that we do, the hate is unbelievable. People are trying to stop me daily. They call me names. They do everything they can to stop me. But the point is, you're never going to stop me because I'm not afraid of anything. Okay? I'm not afraid of anything. I will say whatever the fuck I want. And that's me.
Bill, appreciate that. We have a comment right here from Mad Hattress. It looks like Mad Hattress is over there on Twitch. Merry Christmas, guys. Hey, Merry Christmas to you as well.
Merry Christmas, brother. Merry Christmas. All
Yes.
right. That sounds good. At least we know it's streaming good to Twitch.
Yeah. Hey, that's actually a good point, Danny. I would like to start addressing that on the Minor Details and here. Let us know if you're watching on a different platform. Let us know where you're watching from, or at least give us a comment because we can see on the comment what platform it's coming from. But that helps us to know which platforms are more engaged, and we want to make sure to get all of our content out to everyone.
Yeah, definitely. So, Pete, we'll knock it off for today. We actually took them long for Christmas, but I just want to say tune in January 8th, 6 p.m. Pacific, right here on Rumble, and we'll promote it. The Minor Details. We are going to have one of the guys that was in the truck that witnessed Travis Walton be abducted by a UFO. He witnessed it in the 70s. Dude, I can't wait to fucking talk to this guy. Pete, thanks for coming on. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas, Pete.
Let's go. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, everyone.
Peace out.